All right, welcome to the first episode of the Reaper Racing Show. We are
the Reapers.
We are the
The River Reapers.
No. Coming back to you.
First podcast band.
Let's get it, man.
Yeah, we got John the driver,
What's up?
our boy Parker.
Pit crew, you know what I'm saying?
We got James over here. He's our little producer, man.
Yep.
He ain't
And
saying nothing
then
about
Aaron
that.
and Michael chilling over here.
Hola, señor.
Yeah, Aaron and Beaner for real.
No camera.
All right, so John, what's been going on with the car, man?
Well, first off, we should probably start off and let them know what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's let them know what it
Basically,
is.
All it is an 02 Camaro with a 6.0 truck motor, baby cam. Still got a 4L60, but it's got a 9-inch rear. Basic street car, drive it wherever you want. Don't got no AC because I'm too broke.
Yeah, we drove that thing to
It's installed.
Yeah.
It's installed. It's just broke.
he broke.
Yeah.
It's just broke right
But
now.
I mean, it's just like a little, 12-second street car. Take it wherever you want. Do whatever you want with it.
Trailer or not.
Not enough power to spin on the street, so that's where we catch people slipping.
Yeah.
And really, that's all that's been going on is we keep knocking people off around here because they got race cars and can't hook on the street.
Yeah.
And guess what? And we hooking.
Yeah, their shit's too light to really do anything with.
That or
I
they
mean,
got way too much power.
Yeah. Because, you can have all the power in the world, but, if you can't get it to hook on the street, then, what's the purpose of it?
Well, the big argument lately, as far as the racing scene around here is, I've got a Gen 3 5.0 full bolt-on with spray or even a supercharged 5.0. A lot of Mustangs around here.
A lot of
And
Mustangs.
they make good power, but none of them want to put a tire on it. It's like, if you're going to do all these modifications, why do you not put a tire on it?
Yeah.
And every time I go to
At
race
Logan.
somebody, I'm not running you, you're on a slick. I'm not running you, you have this, you have that. And I'm like, yeah, but your car, brand new, is $45,000, and then you've already put 15,000 modifications. I'm rolling around in a $15,000 car. It's
Yeah.
not my fault you put the wrong stuff on it.
Yeah. If we're going to be honest, a full bolt-on Mustang is fast if it has the right stuff done to help it hook on the street.
Like the 10-speed cars, Camaro or Mustang, are insane. And I know, a lot of people, the scene or whatever, loves, Scat Packs and Hellcats. But I'll be dead honest with you, on the street, I don't see them ever doing anything, even on a slick. They're just too heavy, and they don't have the power management to do anything. But the Gen 3 5.0s with the 10-speed or the LT1 Camaros, they have good suspension geometry. So you put a slick on them, even with bolt-ons and a converter, and they're fast. They're hard to beat. They stay in the power band.
Yeah.
But I still hate Mustangs, though. I'm not gonna lie. Ford hater over here,
Yeah, that man is a Ford hater.
especially FOXBODY'S.
Why we hate Fox bodies.
That was the
This-
main
this-
thing I wanted to talk about.
This one is
episode.
named Why We Hate Fox. Why John hates Fox.
I hate it. Everybody has one. Everyone wants to put a
All right, but if you got to go back to the point of if shit works, why change it?
because it doesn't work. You have to change everything about it.
But the suspension on a Fox body is
Insane.
is arguably the
Insane.
best stock suspension you could possibly get.
I would completely disagree with that.
Why?
What would you say is?
The only reason people use Fox body Mustangs is because they're cheap and they're light. That's it. And they have big aftermarket background.
But those were the first cars to come with a stock a stock ladder bar 4-link suspension.
Even then, though, it's still factory. The adjustment on it is limited.
Yeah.
You still have to do ghetto stuff just like every other car to make it hook.
Yeah.
People think you're going to take a Fox body Mustang. And so, we live in South Mississippi, so the roads here are very coarse asphalt. Normally have big crowns, a lot of gravel. It's junk roads. Probably some of the worst roads I've ever seen. You're not going to take a stock suspension Fox body, even with a slick, out here and just go hook. You're going to have to do ghetto stuff like put weight in the back, adjust the suspension, all kind of stuff. Everybody has to do it, but that's why I hate Fox bodies, because everyone thinks, I'm just going to put an LS in a Fox body and run low nines. It doesn't work like that, man. Every Fox body I see, they claim, not that it really matters at the end of the day, because they don't race me regardless 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But they're claiming they're running low sixes through the 8th. But I'm not going to run on the street. But I'm not going to do this. Anybody with a Fox body automatically thinks they're fast just because there is fast Fox bodies out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same to be said. Like, that's why I don't care for European cars and stuff either, because they assume just because I have a Lamborghini, a GTR, or anything like that, anything not domestic that's like higher end, just because I have that, I will beat you or I'm better than you and stuff like that. Then they try to buy you out of a race.
Yeah.
That's my other problem with people is, let's run for 100.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I only run for 500. Well, I don't got 500, but I'm running for 250. Oh, no, I only race for 500. And it's like, dude, you weren't going to race me
Which
anyway.
don't make any sense.
It's a lot of pride in it, but I mean, that's part of the game too, though.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, let's run for 100, and then you'll be like, all right, well, you want to run for any more? I mean, is that all you got? Is that all you got? It's 100?
Are you poor?
Yeah, and then like, what? I don't even want to race you anymore.
It's just like, back to the Fox Body thing, it's always the go-to thing for people that either don't have a race car or all they do is talk about it. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not a hobby racer, because I mean, to an extent I am, but people that have no idea what they're talking about, they always talk about Fox Body. It's like, dude, I don't care about Fox Body anymore. Like, old news, buddy. Let's talk about something else.
Like a Camaro.
Or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I get more excited about, like, Novas, Chevelles, even like on the Ford side, like Fairlanes, Falcons, stuff like that. Stuff you don't see all the time.
But that's the thing. Like, Fox Bodies right now, anyway, around here,
Find
are
them
cheap.
everywhere. Yeah,
And they're everywhere. But to find like a Nova or a Fairlady or a Falcon,
I'd buy that Nova in the backyard right there.
Yeah, I would too. My dad will sell it to me though.
But like that's the thing. Like, you can find those cars, but it just depends on your price range. Like what you're looking for and what you're trying to get out of it. Like right now, buying a cheap, junked out little Fox Body, just because they're light, like you said, and you can drop anything in that engine bay and it'll fit. Like,
there's other chassis out there that'll do just as good for the money.
Fox Body coming soon.
Like what? Like what? Hold on.
Third gen Camaro.
Okay.
Find those dirt cheap.
Okay.
Late second gen Camaros, dirt cheap, good suspension geometry, good starting point. The only advantage a Fox Body has over any other light, cheap option is the rear end. That's it.
And because everyone does them, there is a lot of aftermarket
that's for like
capabilities.
That's for like any of these chassis that we're talking about, because everything has been done already pretty much.
Yeah.
So like there's LS swap brackets for everything.
Yeah, there's bar swap stuff. There's all sorts of different swap components for just about everything.
But I don't know. I don't want to spend the whole episode talking about hating on Fox Bodies. That was just
You do though. That's the thing.
You could if you
spend
wanted
hours out
to.
here
if it's
talking
a
about Fox
proper car, like I don't mind it. It's just the people that have the ghetto, just 5.3 stock bottom end, and not even a Gen 4, like Gen 3, 5.3 stock bottom end, Fox Bodies with overdrive trans that think they're faster than everybody but won't race nobody that bother me. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily bother me too much, but it's just like I'm a low key hater on them when they come out and don't want to race nobody. And
He says
like the dude in Industrial or Hobby Lobby the other night that said, I got a
so-
Fox Body and nitrous on it. I'll come race you. But he
and
never
I was
showed
like,
up.
man, pull up, and then he never showed up.
No.
There's a lot of that now, but I mean, that's just part of it. There's always going to be, crap talkers when it comes to racing. People that say, oh, my uncle's cousin's brother's goldfish's dog has this car, and it'll whip everybody around here.
Yeah.
But never shows up.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't race anymore. He
retired from the racing
He only
scene.
races for $5,000 minimum or whatever, stuff like that.
Or the classic. But he's out of town right now, or he's up in Jackson.
yeah. He's not from here.
No.
Like them boys from Jackson that never showed up.
Yeah.
Never showed up.
It's all part of it, though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Those are Mustang boys for you.
They are Mustang.
The problem with it, actually, it really lies within the core of the group, because we're fast enough on the street that nobody's confident enough to race you because they're scared they're going to get beat. But then when you go to the track where the real racers are at, we're not fast enough to run with nobody. I mean, now it's like mid-fives is what it takes to be competitive. Anything.
For
and
anything,
and everybody's eighth mile. It doesn't matter. Daily driver, true small tire cars, back half cars, the real big tire cars, like everyone runs eighth mile now. Even the quarter mile track around here, they mainly do eighth mile shootouts now.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're not running mid-fives, you might as well bracket race or index race, which I mean, in my opinion, yeah, it's fun, but it's kind of gay at the same time.
Yeah.
Be like that.
It
Well,
do be like that
Be
sometimes.
like that.
So Parker,
this podcast is basically just we're gonna do it every Sunday. Well,
It
ain't gonna come every Sunday, but yeah, we're gonna try to have people on here every week, different people from around here. down from the coast. We got a couple buddies on the coast. We're gonna
Yeah.
get to come up. That'll be interesting.
It'll be more than just racing and stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
like
mean,
the main
it's
thing
just
we
about
do.
life, man, honestly. You know what I'm talking about? AJ Rippey? Yeah. We're going to get AJ Rippey to get down here. Dallas
Probably
White.
Incriminate ourselves on a few episodes.
Yeah, we probably going to go to jail for that one.
Hey, just for
Hey,
Shay,
No, we don't wanna talk about that.
yo.
for any law enforcement listening, this is all made up stories. These are
And
false
filmed
stories.
and
Filmed in
Filmed in
Mexico.
Mexico.
filmed in Mexico. You got to
Yeah.
make that clear.
Yeah, everything we say is a lie. Don't listen to it.
I don't know why the Collins PD was chasing us in Mexico last night.
Yeah, that was
They
that
crazy.
was wild.
That was
Let's
crazy.
talk about last night. What was last night about?
Last
Man, a
night-
bunch of
Let's
waiting
talk
around.
about- let's talk
a bunch
about-
of waiting around.
Let's talk about how the night started. Let's take it back to Friday night. What did we do Friday night, John?
I honestly don't remember.
We had the car right
We
here.
had the car on the
We had
lift.
the car on the
yeah.
lift right here. What were we doing?
I have a Nitrous Express controller. It's a TPS window switch. I thought it was a delay
Or a
for-
progressive.
Well, yeah, I thought it had a delay built in it for nitrous. It doesn't. All it does is whenever I'm at wide open throttle or whatever throttle percentage I set it at, it activates the nitrous. So now it's not on a button anymore. So we installed that, went and made some test hits. Car really didn't do that great, but I was kind of over it. The front right caliper has heat cracks all over it. Or not the caliper, the rotor has heat cracks all over it, but we just sent it. Well, we were really testing because we were supposed to go racing out of town Saturday night.
Hour away.
Yeah, an hour away. They tried to convince me to put the car on the trailer. I said, yeah, we'll do that. And
they
the
never
next
did.
day, we never did.
Yeah,
Should have put
But-
the car on the trailer.
probably.
Got the car ready the next day, drove an hour away. As soon as we get there,
Drove in the
we
car.
have no clue where drove the car.
Drove the car all the way over there.
On slicks. But as soon as we get there, there's probably, I don't know, 7 of us in a group going to there. There's probably 20 or 30 people already there. Cops already right
There's
at
3
the road.
cops on the road where we're supposed to be turning. So we go and take the back road.
The back road
Takes
consisted
15
of
minutes.
Dirt roads.
And
arma-
tiny little
One-lane
like,
roads.
pig trail
yeah,
roads.
armadillos running across.
Well, I saw like 3 raccoons like
Didn't
back.
know.
No, they only said an armadillo for real.
Yeah.
I did not know where it was at. But anyway, so we pull into the a body shop where we were meeting up. We were supposed to do a pot for like a quote unquote cash days. And for one, everybody's scared. For two, we're waiting to see what the cops are gonna do. We probably waited there
2 hours.
hanging out 2 hours or
About
so
an hour and a half, 2 hours.
before finally
I mean,
we're like
we
all
got
right.
there at like 10. We
Yeah, it was
stayed
probably
until
like
about
midnight
12.
till before we moved. So we go to a different spot, like maybe 5 minutes away. It's somebody's house. It's a double wide trailer with
Off 84.
With
Yeah.
like 3 different garages, like little metal barns
Yeah.
built up behind it.
And
It was a badass spot, I ain't gonna lie with you.
like it would have been a cool spot for a little bit less people, but there was probably a good 100 people.
There's probably 100
Yeah.
people, probably maybe 60 cars there.
Yeah.
Like, cars
And I
that
mean,
weren't racing though.
all these cars though, even the ones that weren't racing, were like drag pack, modified. A lot of them were power adder cars.
Yeah,
but
spraying something.
nobody was wanting to
There was
run.
only 3 cars, and we were one of them that was wanting to race.
Yeah.
There was a
Well,
black
there's
and
a couple
yellow
of
Vet.
there's a couple Mustangs, a little black and yellow vet.
But even the cars with the drag pack didn't want to run from a dig.
No.
That's why I didn't understand. I was like, man, what was the point in driving all this way if nobody's going to want to run? Because
Yeah.
from my understanding, it was supposed to be a shootout.
Yeah,
But
that's what
then whenever you mentioned $100 buy-in, everybody backed out. They just wanted to run for free.
Which makes
which makes
sense.
no sense. Why are you going to drive an hour
Knowing it's a
your
shootout.
in your car, waste your gas, waste everybody's gas, and then for expecting just to get a couple of test hits in when you can do that anywhere? I don't know.
I mean, isn't that usually what a shootout is? Like you actually buy in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's like a
But
pot.
no one wanted to buy in
It's
for
like
$100.
It's like a pot that everyone puts in,
Yeah.
and then depending on how they separate it, it'll be like first place gets either all of it or a percentage of it, and then second and third. But
Ended up, like, we were waiting around trying to figure out.
We waited probably another hour.
Are we
at
going to
that
do this
different
shootout
spot.
or not? And I finally got fed up with it and was like, I'm going to make a hit. Well, someone ended up locking in a race. It was a black C5 Vet, just pro-charged, and got some spray on it or something like that. It's a pretty quick car. And then there was a S10 LS
that
nitrous
S10,
truck that they locked in,
stock suspension.
rolled out the
Yeah.
rolled out the wheel, run an 8th mile. Truck got him by like half a car or something like that.
Truck was fast.
It was pretty decent race from what I understand. I didn't get to see it because
sitting
I ended
bottom
up
of
calling out a red.
And that vet was it was more set up for roll racing.
Yeah.
From my understanding, from my little bit that I talked to the guy.
Well, when I talked to him at the track, because I seen him like 2 months ago at Scraping, I tried to race him there. He said it's really just like his street daily driver type car that he wants to run quarter mile with. So it's set up for like top end quarter mile stuff. It still goes.
But that's most pro chargers. That's most street driving pro chargers. Yeah.
Not really. It's just most people don't know how to set them up. Which, I mean, this guy runs a tuning shop in Wigan, so I'm sure he knows how to set it up. It's just he bit off a little more than he could chew, I think, with the S10. Then after that, he realized, like, in the 8th, he doesn't have enough for a lot of cars out there. Mm-hmm. So he only wanted to run quarter. But I'm not running quarter because I don't have no horsepower for that. Yeah. So nothing to catch me slipping. But regardless, found a 15 Camaro to run, and we get up there.
Locked it in for
$100.
Yeah.
Get up there. I slept on the light. Still pulled around.
Freaking making a sandwich.
Pulled around probably.
That boy's slow.
Well, so all right. So this is like this road that we're racing on.
It's an interstate.
Yeah,
it is.
There's like
it's a highway. Yeah. Well,
it's 4 lanes, but there in the middle is a big median.
Like an interstate, bigger.
Yeah. So we're literally just sitting out in the middle of this highway, and it's not like it's not used for anything. It's like a main highway.
18-wheelers coming down.
Happened to be late at night. So I barely did a burnout anything. I'm trying to just, like bust it off quick. I don't want to.
There was people coming.
Yeah. I don't want to be stuck in the road and an 18-wheeler just eat the back of my car. Because I've already been run over once, and I'm not really trying to get run over again.
We'll touch on that.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
But anyway, so this guy does like full pro mod John Force burnout and gets sideways and all that kind of stuff.
Dude, I seen it from back there. He was getting sideways.
He was completely sideways.
I just pull back, put my stuff in drive, and I'm ready. And so then, they pull us up. The guy flagging John Clay, we'll probably have to have an episode with him because he's his own thing. Yeah. For one, he doesn't wear any shoes. For two, he rides a turbo boost.
Barefoot John.
But anyway, so he, locks us in, pulls the Camaro up, pulls me up, puts us in place. I don't know where he was holding his flashlight at, but I couldn't really see it. Didn't matter. Red Camaro takes off on me a little bit. I get on it, come around him probably 100 foot out. Never seen him again.
Feathering it at the end just to make it look like it was closer because you had him by 2 cars at the 330.
I don't think you knew about this. You know what's funny though?
What?
You know how they had that flashlight at the ending?
Yeah.
Right as y'all got done, the 18-wheeler smashed it.
Really?
Going down the road.
Crap. Yes, that's what I was saying. I wasn't trying to be sitting there.
Yeah, dude. The 18-wheeler smashed that flashlight at the end of the road.
So we just kind of sent it on that one. But
so during that race, right after you got done doing your burnout, he did his. John Clay got nervous, and then y'all both went on down the road, and I stood there a second, and I was like, "How am I getting back to where everybody's at?"
He was back gonna pick you up. We were like, "Nah."
I was like, I looked at John Clay, and John Clay, I wasn't gonna do nothing, but he goes, "Well, this ain't exactly a 2-seater bike." And I for a minute I was like, opportunity to ride on a turbo Busa, and then I was like, but with John Clay. And then I was like, honestly though, that might still be worth it. And I was like, nah, I'll just wait. Somebody's coming to get me. And then I waited about 30 seconds. I went, it's not that far.
That boy started running.
Because the other guy, that dude did his burnout.
He had his flashlight running
down, and the other guy, he ain't even hesitate. He already knew. He just took off.
Well, another thing I forgot about is when we're going to do our burnouts, James was in the car with me. He hops out, doesn't close the door.
I was fixing to pour the water, and I was going to put the water back in the car.
He doesn't close the door, so I'm doing a burnout with the door open.
With the door open.
When I take off, the door is still open. It was wide open.
I did not know this.
I stop, and the door just goes,
oh my
God. I was like, oh my God.
I'm telling you. Because he did a dry hop. So he built up some speed. He was probably doing 20 miles an hour.
I was probably doing 20 miles an hour.
And when he got on those brakes, I was like, there goes the door.
Oh my gosh.
It made like the loudest noise I've ever heard.
I mean, I wouldn't have to roll the window down like that.
We did.
F-body Camaro door is so long.
Dude, those things
and
are heavy.
Like, I was like,
the glass in them probably weighs 20 or 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But
I'm afraid I'm gonna
so
break
then,
every
like,
time.
I didn't know if James seen the door open. So I put it in reverse and just like back up and slam on the brakes trying to close it. Doesn't move. So I did it again. I probably did it twice before James runs up and closes the door. And I'm like, all right, we're set now. And then on top of that, my driver door doesn't ever like to shut. The latch is messed up, so you have to slam it and then like keep jiggling on it to get
pick
it
it
to
up
shut.
and
you gotta do all kind of stuff. So I didn't know if it was closed or not either. I've had that door sling up, the driver door open on me like 3 different times in traffic.
Sure has.
When I was like 16, I was pulling into school, turning right, and there was a car coming right at me. I cut the wheel, the door flings open, almost took out the front of this freaking Toyota 4Runner or something like that. It was bad. It was so bad. Me and doors just don't get along. I had a 06 BMW.
Or Jeeps.
Yeah, or Jeeps. But I had a 06 BMW. The window regulators went out in it, so I had to fix them. Well, I took the door card off, and I broke 8 of the clips out of 10 of them, like everybody else does. But I didn't replace them. So when I got to school, opened my door. It's pouring down rain. Open my door card falls off in the parking lot.
God.
So I had to put the door card back on it in the parking lot with one clip and a zip tie or whatever I had in the car. Pouring rain, and then I was late to school. I think I ended up leaving early that day. I was just over it. But regardless, back to Collins, it was a mess.
We still
There was
got
like- there
we
was
got
like-
$140 though.
$140.
$140
We
wasn't
drove
bad. I mean, they
an hour.
used a tank of gas,
Half a
half a
tank.
tank.
Yeah. I use about a quarter.
And out of about 5 hours of waiting, we probably got two races.
Three.
No, there was about
there were
4.
three. There were 3.
There
or
was a
4.
couple road races, but there was like 3
I've
actual.
seen those.
There was 3,
digs.
but there was about 3 or 4 road races. That's about it.
Yeah, I didn't see those, I don't guess. I'm not one for roll racing, though, and that's a whole other topic. I just don't care for it. Maybe it's because I don't have any power, but I just don't.
Yeah. Well, I think this was a pretty productive first podcast. We'll talk about the few other things that we mentioned in the next
Y'all
one.
want to say anything?
You want to say anything?
I would
to close this
say,
out?
bear with us on this episode. It's kind of just like a feeling out, learning the spot,
learn the spot, learn how to talk. On
It'll be
camera.
more organized on the coming ones. Like, we'll actually have a topic. We'll go over it, spend a certain amount of time on it, go to the next topic. And then, like I said, it won't just be racing. We'll definitely have, like, drug addicts and
All sorts of stuff.
ex-prison.
Oh,
Tommy G on here.
Tommy G.
D. Thomas guest.
D. Thomas, illegal Mexicans.
We'll have Alfred Acosta on here. I mean, the senior Alfred Acosta.
Yeah,
Big Al.
Big
Big
Al.
Al. Big Al. We'll have Big Al on here. Mike, you got
Big Al got some stories from Compton.
Yeah.
bro.
Yes, he does,
Bro.
That man lived out in Cali and then moved to Mississippi, but man,
anyway,
he do got some stories.
We'll get into everybody's life. It won't just be
Yeah, I'm
about
gonna have
racing.
to
It'll
tell
be
y'all
everything.
about 3 bears I had to fight off.
All right,
Shut up,
AJ.
bro. AJ. All right.
AJ, we love you if you're listening to this, man. Which,
All right. So this has been the Reaper Racing Show. I'm Sam.
I'm Parker, man.
I'm John.
James.
Aaron.
I'm Mike.
That's Big Mike.
That's Mike.
Big Mike in the background.
Heard him.
Hey, this is Reaper Racing Podcast. We'll see you later, man.